Welcome to this week's Tech Tip. Today we are talking about FromMule. FromMule is an add-on that you use when you have students fill out a form and you want to give them some kind of response back. So what I'm going to use is Google has some great forms that are already pre-created for you that you can edit. I'm going to use this one called Exit Ticket. And so once you go into the form, you have to go to responses, and you can do this before you ever send out this survey to any of your students, because really FromMule, what FromMule does is it sends an email back to your students or to the people who are answering your survey and giving them like a thank you or some other kind of response. So here's how this works. So once you go into your form under responses, you need to create a sheet so that you have a spreadsheet that'll look like this. And what FromMule is, it's an add-on. So if you don't already have it added on your spreadsheets, then you need to add that on. So once you get into it, once you have it on as an add-on, you click Launch under Add-ons, and it says that it, of course, needs my permission to update it. So the last time I added it on, I didn't update my permissions, so now I have to do that. And you also have to do that the first time you use this. And so what this is basically is it's an email merge utility. So it helps you to send out automatic messages through email. So you can create a form response one. You can select a sheet you want to use, especially if you have a whole bunch of them. And then what you'll do is you'll send on, how many unique email templates do you want to use? You can use one, you can use multiple. And then you could say, okay, so I want to do this for all rows, or I could do it for certain things like timestamp, name, email, or one of the questions that I asked. I'm going to say send for all rows. So you'll have to save it. And then you edit your template. And what it will do is, just like any other mail merge, it will help you pre-populate what you want to do. So you send it, to the people that you want to send it to. So you can send it to email. You can talk about whatever it is, could be a thank you, could be some other type of thing. And then you could say, dear, and you can use the student's name, and it gets this information from your form. I appreciate your input. I especially like your comments that stated. Then you can use one of your questions and include that. Or you could say, here's the question, and then it will give you the answer back. If you need to put it in another language, I mean, for this, you probably would not do that, but then you can preview it when you're all finished. Don't forget to include a closing. I know you won't. I'm doing this quickly. So I can send out 1,500 of these a day. And then if there was something here, I could click send now. So if you would have had given the survey and now you want some kind of response to it, you could do that. Or if you need further follow-up based on their responses, you can do that as well. So I was introduced to this by Bob Gilbertson, so a shout out to him for this, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Tech Tip. If you have any questions on FromMule, you can talk to Bob or myself. Thank you very much.